Welcome back to Friday stream time. Alpha After Dark. I'm Batman. No. Seriously though, happy Friday. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to our newer, hopefully better stream city that we started last week with this really cool freaking residential area that we made. It just looks so cool. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a great week. It's been kind of hectic for me. Been called into work early 3 times, 3 out of the 5 days. So that's always fun. That's why I was a little late getting the Riverbend YouTube video up. That went up this morning, actually. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I got it recorded last night and then uploaded today, this morning. So a few days late. I apologize for that. Like I said, I've been called into work early 3 times this week, so it was kind of hard to find the time to get that done, but we did. So hopefully you go check that out. Again, that's on YouTube. And yeah, the stream replay for this last week, if you missed it and want to see how we got to this point, is also up on the YouTube. We'll just keep shamelessly plugging YouTube. So yeah, so here we are. We were working on, I think we had just finished that area, and we were getting ready because we have 12 tile unlocks to start working on our industry. I believe we had figured out there's some farmland here, which I think actually looks like that might be our only set of farmland. There's some here and here, but we'll need intersections to make use of that because that's a highway connection. So we'll get there eventually. I think we were gonna make our way this way, and then we've got this highway as well that just ends, and that was by default, like that came with the map. Archangel, what's up, man? How you doing, buddy? It's good to see you, dude. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, what we were gonna try to start getting some basic farming over here. Did we unlock the fertile land? We did. So we have grain farming, which we will want to use here, because that actually requires fertile land. So I'm thinking we could probably get a couple farms in here, and then some regular cattle farming over here as well. 20 years of urban development in 2 hours. Yeah, right. I don't know. I don't remember if you was here last week or not, but this is probably one of the coolest things I've made in this game. Is this area right here? We're doing a European theme, so we've got left-hand traffic, and I went like European style and just crammed all these row houses in and put a park in the middle, and it ended up looking so cool. It actually just fits in there perfect. I don't think I could really do that again if I tried. Maybe I should go back and like do a tutorial on how to make this, but this looks really cool. The way all the houses and everything ended up, and it's all connected with some alleys, and then the big parking lot for all the row housing, and then a park, 2 parks and some playgrounds in the middle. That, I mean, it just fits. Like, it's not like City Skylines 1 where you can really count your cells. You know, I think they called them units. So I just lucked out, and this all spaced out almost perfectly, and it looks so good. And once we get it kind of grown in around it, and the city grows in around it, it's going to look even better. I do need to probably get some more parking in here though, because there's a lot of people on the streets. It's because of the row houses. The most recent hotfix for the game supposedly adjusted the AI's behavior to prefer parking in building parking lots and parking lots in general as opposed to the streets. So over time we might see more of these vehicles move into some of these parking spaces, and we'll probably need to get more parking in there as well. But that ended up looking really good. I thought it looked really cool, and we got our schools down as well, and we started working on this area here. We got a cemetery and stuff over here, and our incineration plant, which is just massive. But we needed to start working on our industry, which is where we left off. So we got to get a road connection out here and start working on some farms, taking advantage of the AI. Yeah, right. But yeah, I'm liking the way this is going a lot. The first city I made for the stream series, it was when the game first came out, and I was still kind of learning everything, and I didn't like the way it was going. So I started over last week, and I'm liking this a lot better. The only downside is the the terrain in this game is awful with the hills and the way it builds on hills. It's terrible. Hopefully that gets adjusted when the bigger updates come out and over the course of the next few months. We'll see. This is the last hotfix or patch we're going to get for a while, they said. They fixed as much as they could, you know, back to back to back in 3 weeks, but everything else is going to take longer. So it might be another, you know, month before we get another update, and we're at least 2 months away from mod support as well. So it's going to be a minute before we get any more updates, but hopefully when they do come, they'll be substantial. One can hope. So, alright, let's see, this is a major highway, not a highway, but a 4-lane. Let's just keep that running through. I need to turn this back on, because I don't want to run this through our fertile land. We're going to need that. So, if we turn that back on, oh, now it's like impossible to see the road. And zoning with this view on is really hard. But I'm wondering... Oh, and that's... Oh, God. And this is straight uphill. That's right. Oh, dear Lord Jesus. How do we want to do this? This is a slope. And this, again, is one of the bigger problems with the game, is it does not handle terrain well. Which is why we flattened out this whole area here. I was going to flatten out everything in between these two mountains. We have mountains on the other side. Secret tunnel, yeah. The problem is this is our fertile land, so it needs to be somewhat flat. Not to be necessarily flat, but I'm wondering if we made a ledge off of, like, say, one of these middle contour lines and flattened out an area around here like this. Follow this, and then level it off on either side, and then have the fields going up in the hills. That might be okay. What's up, Subverted Mind? How you doing, man? Oh, we got something special planned for you, my dude. Where is it? Do we even have one? Or are we using the water treatment plant? I think we're using the water treatment plant. Oh no, it's not gonna work. We don't have a poo pipe. I'll have to build your house next to the trash dump. I had forgotten about that. This city is not using the wastewater pipes. Oh no. But alright, I think let's do that. Let's take this road and do something, kind of follow. Oh, we got the highway here as well. How are we gonna integrate that? Jesus, this is weird. It just abruptly ends. It's a fair compromise. So, the way it works, Archangel, I don't know how much you played City Skylines 1 or are familiar with City Skylines 1, but when you built a road, there was a way to have the terrain level to the road. Does that make sense? So the way it would work is, like, you would start the road here on whatever grade this is, and if you went downhill, you would tell it to match the road. So the road, like, you see the little triangle here? We have a negative 6% grade. So the setting is you would tell it to match the road. So that would go to 0, and then the terrain would raise to flatten the road. So that way you could build a flat road, and then you'd have a flat piece of land next to your road, and you could, you know, zone off of that or whatever. Well, that setting's gone now. The road just follows the terrain. You can manually raise and lower your elevation, but there's no way to tell it to match the road. So you're stuck with these weird elevation changes unless you go in and pre-flatten out everything, which again is weird because then you get stuff like this that we're gonna have to go in and fix once we unlock these tiles. And then the other thing is when you're building onto the slopes, like if you look at the contour lines here, it's a pretty you know, steady grade. But if I were to zone this or build a parking lot or something like that, the buildings do the same thing. They don't necessarily always flatten out a section. Like, they might cut in a little bit, but then you'll have pieces of the house that is, like, completely on a hill. I don't have one to show you, but if you look at, like, this house right here, you see how it's got, like, a backyard? Like, if you built that on a slope, like, this, like, back piece of the house would be, like, way up in the air. It is very poorly optimized. This game was not ready to be released. which is why the console versions got delayed. But I think investors or the higher ups forced them to release it on PC because they needed either the influx of cash or, you know, they knew on the PC they could kind of fix it as they went. We have the texture bug again, by the way. So the optimization is very bad. It's missing. It's got some really nasty quality of life things that are missing. But the base game is great. The changes they made are good. And once this game can get brought up to speed, it will be better than Cities Skylines 1. It's just going to take time, which is annoying if you spent, you know, $60, $70 on what you want to be a complete game, and that's just not the case anymore. I think, unfortunately, that's the times we live in, is there's such pressure from investors or people that finance your product to release it no matter what, and then either just fix it later or take the money and run. Which kind of sucks, but that seems to be the way the gaming industry is moving nowadays. It's all pressure deadlines and whatnot. I mean, another example is the new Call of Duty. They made them release that in months when they normally have a 2.5-year development cycle. But yeah, so with that being said, though, I love the game, even despite its issues right now. Speaking of, we're gonna have to reload our textures, I think. Are we getting the... or is it fixing itself? It might be fixing itself. Sometimes the texture... Nope, you see it right there? Look at that. What is that? What is happening? Alright, let me see if I can force a texture reload real quick. Bear with me, folks. I'm gonna save real quick. Smith River Stream City, save. Always want to save, and then options, graphics, advanced, and then at the very bottom, texture quality. We want to move that to low. Let it load all this in, as awful as it's going to be. And then I think it's ready. And then go back in and turn that back up to high, and that'll force a full reload of all the textures. I've noticed that it only happens... I don't get this bug so much when I'm playing by myself. I mean, I'm always playing by... Wait, that sounds really gay. When I'm building cities, like, offline, it doesn't really happen, but every time I try to stream the game, I get the texture bug. So maybe it has something to do with back-end processing or something, I don't know. Alright, so hopefully that fixes our texture issue. Yeah, so now everything is loading in and is better. Now you got me off on that tangent. I don't know what I was doing. Oh yeah, I was trying to build a road. That's right. Okay. See what you made me do? Ooh, look what you made me do. Alright, so let's go... The other thing that you really have to do in this game as well is terraform, if that's even a phrase. I think I just made that up. I was building a city, yeah. So, in like Cities Skylines 1, you would just build this road, and it would conform the terrain properly and look okay. In Cities Skylines 2, if I just build this road, there's a good chance it's going to have some weird slope, or it won't even out properly. So you take your slope terrain tool, grab this top peak here, and we're gonna drag and make a ramp, and then the road will follow that. So it's like the road doesn't terraform like it used to in Cities Skylines 1, which is a kind of a bummer, because at least that system functioned properly. So that should be enough of a grade there to drag and drop this. And that should fit right in there. I was wrong. What is that? That is awful. No sir, we're gonna change that. So you see, we get some weird stuff that happens with the road building in this game. That's better. I feel like I should just delete this whole section because it's not what we want to do necessarily. That's still a really sharp corner. What is happening down here? No, you didn't. No, I caught you midair, you little heifer. Stop it. What are you doing? No. My cat just tried to jump in the trash can. And I literally caught her in midair. It's pretty awesome. Maybe I'm a superhero. Alright, so we've got that in there. We need to level this off. How close are we to our fertile land? Up there. So we need to build kind of like a service road up there. fixing the atmosphere, and yeah, right. Right. And the crazy thing is, Archangel, I feel like the developers knew that the terrain editing in this game was a bit janky, which is why they made it free. So you can flatten, raise, delete, I don't know, whatever, anything you can think of with the ground, and it's free. Your shift level, all this is free, and I think it's because they knew it was going to be a finicky system. Yeah, and it's kind of the trade-off. Is I think they knew that you were going to have to go through and meticulously pre. There's a word, I can't think of the word, but get everything situated beforehand, and I think they knew that, which kind of sucks. So maybe we'll get a patch. No, it's a grade out your air. There we go. Terrain grading. Jesus, my brain is not functioning right now. All right, I've been live for like 30 minutes. I haven't even built anything except this really weird road. It's called Hamilton Street. I also need to build Subverted Minds Crap Shack. Use your SAT words. Yeah. What area has the worst pollution? Oh, right there. Right off Epifax Avenue? I don't know. I think we should give him his own little street. Here we go. So this is a... Do you want a gravel road, or we should give you an alley? I feel like you should at least have pavement. Always happy to delay the stream. Yeah. Alright. Alright. So Subverted Mind has requested that he live in the worst house we could possibly put together, so it's gonna go right here. And it's gonna be a little, like, there you go, 3x3 house right there, right smack dab in the worst polluted area that we have. And it's called Evergreen, which is great. There's nothing green about this. I give it like a month. It's too good for you. Well, I don't have a poop pipe in this city, and I don't have like a straight up industrial sector yet. So if you look at the pollution, you're like in ground zero for the air death. Like, it's just, it's the best, that's the best I got right now. You just have to make do. You just have to make do. Alright, I don't like this road. It just did not look right. Okay, let's try this again. Alright. Now we'll do it like that. There we go. Okay. And then we need a service road that goes up to our fertile land, which I think we actually might do dirt roads for the farming area. So how do we want to do this? What if we just made... I know there's a way to do like a double curve. Yeah, something like that. So that's the edge of our fertile land here. And then we can run it down the street, maybe? Rural area. Shitty asphalt roads. Arkansas, right. Oh no. Alright. So the farms will be going uphill at least. So that'll look kind of cool. Let's get a nice... I say nice, it's a freaking dirt road. But we can kind of... Or should this be a paved road until you get up there? Maybe let's do this. So it simulates... So you turn on the little paved area, and then it turns into dirt. I don't know what is happening there. That looks absolutely fantastic. Alright. So... this is going to be our grain farms. Let's get one here. I feel like we can split this in two. I'll come back and draw the lines a bit better as well. Something like that. SCOD. Right. Yeah, if only there was a pothole mod and I could just put a giant crater in here. That would be more realistic. Got a farm right here. Oh yeah, this will be... This'll work. Show some respect to the original creator, the OC. Yeah, put some respect on that creator's name. What was I thinking? There we go. That looks fantastic, doesn't it? So that's some wheat farms, or I guess grain farming, and that pretty much covers that whole area. And then we want to do some cattle farming. Careful with the words. We want to do some cattle. Oh yeah, that's freaking. Let's do some cattle. We are in the south, right? Anyone got any sheep? PETA does not approve. You're right. What was I thinking? So, what the? Why is there an oil truck? What is happening? Who are you? Primeval Petrol? That sounds like a, criminal organization from a really bad Marvel movie. Destination, Flowers. Huh? For the I guess. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Oh, we've reached the end of the road. Leveler, what's up, dude? How you doing, man? I forgot. I gotta fix these buttons. I really do. Half my stream deck. Oh, there it goes. That was the quickest Farley wave known to man. It was like, hey, guy. Let's try that again. There we go. How you doing, man? It's good to see you, dude. Hope you're doing well. All right. So now that he's officially... Oh, they're both flowers. That's not confusing at all. Alright, so... Doing good. Awesome. Glad to hear it. I feel like maybe we should go ahead and buy some more of these tiles up here. Maybe like bang. And this can all be farmland. I gotta figure out what to do with the terrain right here, though. Yeah, me too, man. I'm just getting back into the swing of things. I think this is our, what, 3rd or 4th week now? I'm doing every Friday. For sure every Friday. And then I'm putting out a YouTube video. You met my doppelganger. Oh no. Was it Jesus? I look like Jesus. I really don't. I was reaching for the stars. I gotta figure out what to do with this terrain, though. Game Hole Con in Wisconsin. Who the? Kareen? Well, you're already complaining. Who lives here? Residents 2. I'd like to view them, please. How do I... What? The number of... Two seniors? Well, you're already... There we go. The Harrington family. Nope. What should I put in here? Should I just put subverted mind? Or should I just... what should I do? In my fluffy days? My World of Warships days? There we go. So you're already... I give it like a week and you're gonna be dead. I miss those days, I do. I just... couldn't do it anymore. I even tried to go back to World of Warships too. And as fun as that game is, they force feed so much stuff at you and push so hard into the FOMO, the fear of missing out, that if you don't play that game 24/7 or throw mountains of cash at it, you're just gonna feel left out. All right, man. Yeah, it's just, and which sucks because the gameplay is fantastic. Like, I love it. There's not a naval game out there that really does it right, quite like they do. I mean, submarines and everything, you know, aside, that's a whole other debate. But the casual competitive gameplay of a naval game like that just doesn't really exist, and they do it well, and the cash grab is so hard right now, it's not fun anymore. It's like it starts to feel like a job, and it's like, and if you don't, you're never gonna have the cool stuff they throw at you. Like, oh, look at this awesome new premium ship that you can earn for free if you play this game for 12 straight days. Yeah, it's a weird paradox because, like I said, I love the gameplay, and obviously I have invested, I'm not kidding, thousands of dollars into that game, especially when I was streaming it full time, doing giveaways and stuff, trying to get people interested in the game and playing it. It was never about, trying to get a sponsorship or anything. I genuinely like the game and wanted people to enjoy it. And it kept getting more and more and more. Like, when I first started, they would release a premium ship. Like, you'd be lucky if you would get a premium ship every couple of months, maybe. Like, it was like 3 to 5 months development cycle on a premium ship. Now they're like every other week. Can't shoot team. Oh, that's great. I saw something from. Oh, is it Flamu? It's got to be Flamu because he's. Yeah. No. What's the other one? I can't remember. Oh God. The one that like hates on the game. It is Flamu, isn't it? I can't remember. It's one of their bigger names had posted that World of Warships is missing and is looking to hire an entire art department. They've lost their entire art department for World of Warships. Which is why you're getting a lot of rehashed, reskin premiums right now. Yeah, it's crazy. And they make it they make you feel so left out. Like, if you don't get this ship, it's like, come on. I miss the days when they would release something or there would be an event and you had, a month or two to complete it and you could work it. Now it's like, no, you must play game. Yeah, their art department was always next level. I mean, the ship models and stuff were incredible. And it's really crazy what's happened to that game. I think one of the, some of the corporate heads got a bit greedy and realized just how much some of the whales were willing to spend and took it, as far as they could. Which I guess people are still willing to pay. I know I'm not anymore. If I could go find out, like, just how much money I had spent on that game, I probably would cry. I really don't want a crosswalk here. How do I remove this crosswalk? Excuse me. There we go. You can walk down to there. But and the crazy thing is when I was streaming ships full time, like at the height of my power. No, when we were at our best, I think I was averaging like 60 to 70 people a stream, which was awesome. I mean, that's pure natural pure growth, just from the bottom up. And to make it to that next level, to push for partner and all that stuff, I was just gonna have to not quite sell out, but just push myself everywhere and self-promote all over the place, and that's just not me. Like, I just wasn't gonna do that. They cloud it in that networking term, oh, you gotta network and all this stuff, and I was not gonna do all that. Especially once it became clear that the powers that be at World of Warships didn't want me in their CC program. It still blows my mind. It's like, I was like one of the biggest supporters of that game, and they just like, nah. It's like, okay. Like one of the least toxic players, I was putting out tutorials and stuff, and that didn't matter. Yeah, you were in a really competitive clan, if I remember right. I know a few of them are gone. The hell was that, a bomb? No, it was a plane. It was a really loud noise out of nowhere. Alright, so we're supposed to be working on farming. You guys got me on a World of Warships tangent. I guess let's just keep this road going. I gotta figure out what to do here, though. This looks terrible. I have all this farmland up here. What to do? I guess we could just make a ridge out of it. Like, maybe soften it down. I know what started that conversation. She went off on a tirade about World of Warships. Man, that's some good prime logging real estate over here too. Man. And we got this highway. Level terrain. Let's see if I can get the terrain on the street. There we go. Yeah, it's just not gonna work, is it? Because it's on a slope. See what I mean? Like, because the road, you can't level to the road, this is all at a different grade now, so if I try to flatten this out, it's gonna look funky. Ugh. Why you do this, Paradox? Why? And then we have this, like I said, this random highway connection. I mean, it might work out because we could run that straight into this industrial sector. But this industrial sector, we can't really expand too much because I built it right next to our freaking fresh water supply. Like a donkey. Alright. Now let's continue with the dirt road up around. Maybe loop. Loop around. Loop around. Loop around. And then what I'll do is, like, we'll set up this, like, kind of going up the hill into the trees. So that'll be our future, like, logging area all up in here. And that's beautiful logging. Logs. And then we can keep putting farms out here on the slopes. I think maybe that might be a good idea. Maybe run this road kind of down like so. And then this can kind of, what is going on over there? Kind of loop in, maybe? Might be too much of a curve. Oh, there we go. Then we can fill this whole area in with farms. Firms. Let's get some cattle. Or animals, or whatever they want. Will that reach? No. That will. Alright, let's do this. We'll go there. And I'll have to come back and adjust this later, but something like... what? How did I mess this up? What is happening? There we go. Alright, so there's, you see the terrain, what I'm talking about? Like, what is happening here? But the cool thing is we can get this... Like, I love this feature, being able to create all your zones. Then we can get a farm here that'll run this way. We're going to be producing a good amount of chickens, or whatever. To the road. To the window. I mean, overlapping. What is happening? Come on. Alright, it's just not going to let me do that right now. I have to go back and fix it. So this should give us a good amount of an influx of materials here, so that way we're not importing quite so much. There we go. Finally figured out what I was wanting to do here. What is happening? There we go. Yeah, exactly, Archangel, and that's the problem. And that's what a lot of the bigger streamers, when this game was in, like, early access, whatever, and the streamers had early access keys. That's what a lot of them did. They just went into the map and completely flattened the whole thing because it makes everything just that much easier. Which is annoying because then you have a completely flat city that doesn't look realistic, right? But at the same time, the hassle you have to deal with all this, and the crazy thing is every map is like this. Like if you look at the contours, there is not a single piece of flat land anywhere on this map. Where are you supposed to build? I decided I was going to flatten out this valley because that makes the most sense with it being in between these two peaks. But every map is like this, where there's just ridiculous amounts of terrain slope. Everywhere. Everywhere. And it's a nightmare. So a lot of people are just like, screw it, flatten the whole thing, it's free, and then just build on it. Which, like I said, is really, really dumb, but that's the way they've done it. Oh, Subverted Mind is still alive here. Oh, there's only one household member, though. I think one of you died. And you're uneducated. You're retired, uneducated, comfortable senior. Beautiful. Oh, we gotta rename you. There you go. Where are you? Going home. How do I... May 2014 and you're a senior? That seems a bit wrong. You reached the American dream. Right? Oh my god. I was hoping I could, like... Oh, you're at your house. Are you, like, walking around the yard? What are you driving? Oh, we are in Europe, so you're driving, like, a Yaris or something. A Peugeot. And you got a nice little house here. I'm kind of jealous. Look at this. Got a little outbuilding here. Back. This is fancy. I mean, you've got a ladder onto the roof. Do you do yoga up here? I think that's either that or I don't know what else you can do up there. Spy on the people at the factory? I don't know. It's yeah, right? You're that guy that, like, when the big corporations come in, that, like, refuse to sell, so they just build around you. So, like, I'm gonna build nothing but skyscrapers in here, and you'll just be this one little house right here. Yeah, you're a spy. That's what it is. Spying on the incineration plant. This is great. You've seen this movie? Yeah. I should name you, like, Dale Gribble. I guess I should probably just go ahead and drag this, huh? Are they really complaining about workers? I guess they are. We need to increase our citizenry. Where's another spot for people to live? I guess we could make, like, a small community up here. We need to connect this up this way, too. Yeah, let's do that. How are we... That's a really steep slope. So instead of going up that slope, we're gonna grade it out. There we go. Now... we'll do something like a this. Oh yeah, look at that. That is fantastic. And then if we come back with the soften tool... There we go. Oh, I've jacked up the grid. That's fine. Oh, apparently not. Why did that get abandoned then, I wonder? Huh. We have such high commercial demand too. I feel like we should get some more commercial in. Definitely don't want to zone that whole thing commercial. Yeah, you can go shopping across from the cemetery. That makes perfect sense. Okay. We actually have demand for like apartments and stuff. Where were we gonna put our downtown? We never really got that far, did we? Also, we've unlocked logging. Oh, man, we're losing a crap ton of money. Hmm. We should start selling some of our goods, but I'm trying to think. So we could put in like a neighborhood, like some neighborhoods in here. Where are we gonna put the industry? Yeah, we're gonna like tuck it along here, I think. I just need more people to move in. All these places are full up. What do we have access to? We do have access to apartments. European style small apartment buildings. Okay. I wonder what those look like. That's our elementary school. I didn't restart again. Give me time. Honestly, I love this little section right here so much, I don't think I could restart. Like, this is such a cool area that I put together. What kind of trees were we? We were just doing spruce. Oh no, we had decided to do pine trees. Oh, okay, this will look cool. Where are they? Pine. Okay, that's a really large circle. Let's go in and get some trees in here while I'm thinking about it. That way they can start growing. I wonder if trees work like they do in City Skylines 1, where they would actually provide noise pollution control. Like you could build near a highway and line the edge of the highway with trees to provide a buffer zone from your neighborhoods, and it would actually keep the noise down. Which is, you know, realistic. I just wonder if they've done that in City Skylines 2 or not. I do not know. Or like, do you have to wait for the trees to be fully grown to get that effect, or does that effect even exist? Yeah, I don't know. Do not know. Alright, so this is our high school. We have 30 students there, and 110 here. I suppose we could go ahead and build some more neighborhoods running this way, right? Behind the elementary school? Makes sense. Oh, and don't forget, we do the drinking game. Every time I go to make a road and I use the wrong freaking road tool, you gotta take a drink. It hasn't happened yet, which is surprising, but I'm sure it will. So do we want to just run this road all the way through? You'd rather live? Yeah, because it does happen a lot. So we run that through, and then maybe we can connect this here. Okay. And then we can come through and zone some more resis back here. I swear. And we just want to do regular houses. Cat, no. Get down. I'd rather zone. Let's do like some smaller houses, maybe. I need to fix this. We need to. I don't want to zone. Let's do. Actually, let's just zone the whole thing there. Okay. Yeah, and then we can do like a row of 3. Let's do 4. It's a nicer area. You're right behind the school. Let's do 4. And I don't want to zone on the main drag. So, if you haven't seen that trick before, it's a way to force your grids onto a certain road. You just build a pedestrian path to block the zoning on the road you don't want it on, and it'll move it. And then, actually, that would be, you know, be kind of cool if we did put a pedestrian path like this. So then these people can walk to school. What is good God, cat? What are you doing? Cats are having a freaking party over here. And we can do the same thing on this side, right? Maybe? Maybe it'll let me. There we go. I suppose I could... Yeah, that's gonna bug me if I don't. Line it up right. There we go. And then... we can put like a little corner store here. Maybe a 4x... yeah, 4x4. Do another one here. And then, can I fit a parking lot in here? Or is it too... blah! One space too many. Right. Sorry guys, I know you just bought that place, but... new plan. I want to build a parking lot. I'm almost out of money. Oh, I can't even fit... I did that for nothing. That was too... well, rip me. What am I... You're struggling on the money side here. I didn't realize we were draining. How are we losing so much money? Service upkeeps. Oh, what did we build that's eating us? That incinerator is cooking right now. But we should be exporting power. Oh, we're barely exporting any right now. Damn. Don't we have a power plant? We have a small coal power plant. This is bad. I need more people. Move in, quickly. We can come back through zone. Let me do something like that. And again, put some more stores on this corner here. I really like the corner store concept. It actually works pretty well in this game. I think I talked about it before. And then we can actually put another park here. That would look really nice. I don't think I can afford one. Ah, oh, just... oh. Large playground, large... oh, the large city park goes right there. Beautiful. And we're broke. But that's okay. Because this will look cool. Once we... if we can level up, we'll get a nice chunk of money, but... not looking too good right now. I wonder if I can... I could drop our water budget down a little bit. Ah! What am I doing? I'm trying to build pipes. I really need to get some citizens in here. I wonder how big these apartment buildings are going to be. We could start getting some of the bigger, like the apartment buildings in here. But if they're like skyscrapers, it's not going to look right. Did we raise taxes? No. Oh, there's part of our problem. That'll help a little bit. Okay, apparently just wants to build a small shop there for some reason. I guess every house is shaped the same in Europe. I do love how they'll actually park in their driveways, though. Now, it's so cool. Where'd all your money go? I planted 1,000,000 trees. Legitimately. I've just planted all these trees. That's gonna look nice. It does look nice. We're just losing money at a freaking alarming rate. Alright, we're gonna drop that down to 50. Screw it. Let's reduce our output, increase our fee. There we go. Maybe that helps. I can't even afford to build a wind turbine. We might actually have to take out a loan. Oh no. Need these people to move in. Taking their sweet time, aren't they? Guess we can just go ahead and zone the rest of this commercial. Golly, we're just... Even after building the industries, we're just not making any money. I wondered if connecting it to this highway would make a difference, because that's another outside connection. Don't know if it would make a difference or not. Reached peak communism, yeah. Speaking of communism, there's actually a game like this that's built in the Soviet Union. It's called Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and it's freaking amazing. And it's built around those systems of communism. It's really cool. It's hard as hell, but it's really cool. Because you actually have to build everything. So, like, you know, in this game, you lay down a road and the road is there. Well, in that game, you actually have to have, like, the cement trucks and the asphalt trucks come out and like, actually build it. It's really awesome. But it's really hard. But you're trying to make them as most, you know, the most profit as you can. Right? And it's not about building, like, actual cities. You're just trying to, you know, get the most efficient workforce. We're about to be bankrupt, boys. I don't know if we're going to be able to offset that at all. Unless I can get some apartment buildings somewhere. Well, I suppose we could just go ahead and throw some in here and see what the hell happens. Yeah, see, that made 2 tiny ones. Well, that's gonna look weird. Oh, that's not even the right density. Oops. Like, I could zone these low-rent housing, but they'll get abandoned almost right away. God, we're almost bankrupt. Good lord. So you see how the grids are broken here? If I were to build a pedestrian path, it would fix that to whichever side we want to put these on. I'm guessing we'd want to do right here. So, see, now we have a grid there. I'm trying to save room for a parking lot. I know I can't afford it, but I need to go. It's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares? So if we do that, that should be enough space for the parking lot. We're negative money, boys! That's the first time in all the cities I've made I've actually gone negative. It's because I didn't put enough residential in while we were building all this other stuff, so we don't have enough people to pay the taxes to offset all of our costs here. Even with this area as dense as it is. Yep, someone's died. Rip. A real city? Yeah, I know. Yeah, we sent all of our money to Ukraine. So we're broke. God, we're so close to leveling up, but I can't build anything to get XP. We just have no demand. That's so crazy. I can't build any. Well, I can speed up time, and eventually my people, I'll get enough from happiness to... like that. We need... oh, I don't know... 800 XP to level up, and that gave us, what, 100? Oh, man. Not good. I just don't understand how we're losing so much money. Yeah, right? I just need a small loan. Like, it says it's our services. Can I get away with... I don't even think raising the taxes would be enough to offset it is the problem. Drop that down to 50. Come on. We still producing enough water? We are. I wonder if I could drop water all the way down. Nope. 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 Can't go that far. Let's try 60. There we go. Sorry, guys. My bad. And we're still losing like 6. I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. Make it make sense. How are we losing that much money? Part of it's this right here. We're importing all that coal for the power plant. We don't have access to coal mining yet, unfortunately. It's because we have such a high residential demand. I guess we can put some residential stuff. Rolling blackout? Yeah, you can. So 50, 60, 70, 80. That's 87 XP right there. So now we're slowly getting there. I mean, isn't our water supply like right over here somewhere? Yeah, so we could put some houses in here maybe. Well, the problem is I can't build any roads. All we can do is zone on our already existing area. a store right here. I'll put a parking lot in there whenever we get out of this deficit. Well, some of these houses are leveling up, so that's good. It means more income. Jesus. Use the parking lots, you goob heads. Where's the city policy button? Policies. Oh. You actually have to zone a district to institute the pay to park on the street policy. Well, houses are leveling up, that's good. Wealthy, modest, wealthy. Are you still dirt poor? Oh, you're comfortable now. Oh, there's two. What happened? Huh? Oh, I think you died. No, you're still alive. Oh, you moved. You left your new home at 929 Anchor Street. Bro, you just straight up left your house and moved into this place. I can't make you stay there. Our plan is gone. You've now moved into this little tiny apartment building. I was like, when did you have kids and a dog? But no, it's some new family is down here. Well, this makes no sense to keep this then. Goodbye. Oh, they're just gonna keep building because I gotta unzone it. I tried. But I can't keep you there. You're strong, independent man. Oh yeah, I can't build trees. We're still losing $6,000 a month. This is unreal. Alright, so those weren't very tall. That was what? I can't see. Because of this overlay. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a 4 by 5. It's actually not too bad. Can't keep me down, I know, right? So we could put some apartments back in here, maybe. Maybe by the high school? Like right here? So we do like little 4x4 apartments, and then we can put a parking lot in between. It's gonna tank our demand down, yeah. It's unreal. As much as I cratered our spending, and we're still losing that much money. Got people moving in, though, which is good. That's our problem. I just didn't have the population to sustain everything I built. I got ahead of myself. You will pay exorbitant amount of money to park. Man, this area is so cool. Ridiculous. We're so close to leveling up, too. Oh, there's 90 XP. Oh, we need 395 more XP to get the next level, which will give us a big chunk of money. Oh, we're getting some industry demand. I needed to get that zoned in, because that actually, industry makes good money. Something like that. Should probably take all that down. High rent. Not too bad. Makes me think of the George Thorogood song. It's about high rent. One bourbon, one scotch, one beer. It's like, my landlady said, "You ain't got the rent? I ain't got no rent." And out the door I went. So good. She was so nice. In fact, she was lovey-dovey. Such a good song, man. Come on, we're down to 5,000, so that's good. Level up already. 100. Gee. I'm not really producing any garbage either to get excess power off the incinerator. Well, it's too bad, man. I was liking our little farm area too. I was gonna put some more farmers back, like fill this whole area in the middle of farms. Maybe one day we'll get money. Oh, we're back up to $6,000 in the hole again. This thing fluctuates way too. Now we're back down to 5,600. Data is showing that people have begun dying more than usual. Hold on. The reason might be an increase in road accidents, or it may simply be caused by poorly organized healthcare or fire and rescue service. Kiss my ass. You have all of those things. There's only 1,000 people here. Do better. Listen here. Oh, we only need 321 XP now. We're slowly but surely making our way back up. And we've got more demand. I like these smaller apartment buildings, the European style. Like, I would almost use them even on my American maps because they're not as tall. Like, if you're looking for a lower skyline but higher density, like the American apartments get ridiculous. It's like you're building Chicago or New York. Like, around here, most of our apartments are only 3 floors. Like, you can't really make an actual American apartment complex in this game, even though this says apartments. Bigger parking lot. We can maybe run an alley back behind here as well. So we'll do a parking lot every 2. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parking lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parking lot, and then we'll just keep zoning 4x4 apartments here. Then we'll put another parking lot, and then we'll run an alley back behind here if we ever get money again. We're down to 4,000. We're slowly improving, even though we're still in the red. It's the increase in citizens paying more taxes. Suppose I could crank up the... oh god, we actually have office demand again. I need to get those in here. I can't even build a pedestrian freaking path. Crap. Alright, office buildings. It's a good spot for it. Go. Because your office buildings make your, like, specialized goods. So you want to get those in as often as you get the demand for them. And we've got a good chunk of industrial demand again. Just need to be careful. I don't want to pollute our water. You know, that would be bad. We're slowly recovering here. And we're about to level up. Which, when we level up, I need to think very carefully what we need to do. I think we need to get these tiles here, get our logging industry, and get our stone industry, which will offset a lot of our construction costs, and then finish getting this farming area here. So the more industries we have, the less we have to import, which should cut into this budget problem. And we need more people. I need to drastically zone residential. Coal mining, yeah. The problem is, when do I unlock coal mining? When we level up, we'll actually unlock coal mining, so I'll be able to see where the coal is. So we'll want to get into that. That's actually probably what we'll do. Because we're importing an astronomical amount of it for our power plant. Over 20 tons a month right now. Second is, yeah, all of our ore. Rock, coal, and then metal is our 3 highest, followed by carrots, or vegetables. Which we can work on that too. I'm like Germany, yeah. Nice. Come on. We need what, 185 XP? You can do it. Ugh. Like, I wouldn't mind trying to zone some industry down here, but there's no way to make it be the fun. Oh, that was 100. Oh my god, we need 57 XP. We need that to tick again, and we'll level up. A good rain makes for happy plants. Yes, yes it does. First thing we're gonna do when we level up is plant trees. No. I gotta plant trees in here. This is driving me nuts. So parking lot, parking lot, parking lot, trees. And then figure out where our coal is and see if we can't get. We gotta get the industries down, but then I need the people to run them. So we gotta zone. We gotta build some more neighborhoods. I'd love to like almost copy and paste this area and put it right here. Like that would look really cool to have these like almost like grid communities, but it's not really a grid. Yeah, I'm sure it is, Archangel. It's probably like right here. Like the only coal on the map is right here because that's probably what'll happen. Are you kidding me? Let's go. Come on. What I'm gonna do is make it to where you can't park on the street here. Or I'm gonna make a policy where you gotta pay. So you'll either have to park in this parking lot and pay me, or you're gonna park on the street and pay me. Either way, you're gonna frickin' pay me. Right? Where's my sounds? Are they under the gifts? They are. Don't I have a money sound? Yes.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar.
That's right. That's me. It's my, yeah. I'm John Gotti, bitch. Hey, we leveled up. We got $1.2 million. Thank frickin' hell. Alright. Told you, we're planting. You thought I was kidding about planting trees. Trees in there. There goes all of our money right there on trees. Parking. Small parking lot. There. There. And there. And you're gonna pay me money. Money! Alright, and then we need to figure out where our coal is. It's gonna be the blue. Well, this is bad. Right here is our easiest one. That's only maybe 2 tiles over. On top of this mountain, around that mountain, or on the other side of the river. This is our best bet right here. And then that's right, we were gonna do our stone mining up into this mountain because it would look cool. Maybe. It might look cool, it might look terrible. Well, fudge. Alright. Well, we definitely have to do this. Can I turn this filter on? I can get that in there. Okay, that works. There. We gotta buy that one. So we have that. And then we need our lumber industry, right? So what if we just bought those 2 for now? Problem is how we're gonna get there, because we don't have access to frickin' intersections. Ugh. I wonder if we shouldn't get the gas power plant to offset our coal. I don't know. We're gonna need a college too soon to get the higher educated people. Don't need either one of those yet. We could do. I feel like college we need. And then that leaves us with 4 points, right? Let's just go ahead and get the 2, because then that way we can get intersections next. So, until we can do that, we're going to have to build a bridge over this highway. I don't know how we're going to do this. I do have highway roads, I just don't have intersections. So we could make our own. But we would need... I think we would need this tile here to then make our intersection right here. And how would we even do that? We'd have off-ramp. I guess we would just do a trombone on this side. I probably can't make that work, but we'll try it. Let's pause. You know what? I'm gonna save before I do this because I'm gonna probably destroy this. Alright, so we need... an off-ramp. Goes like that. Actually, I wonder if can we 4-lane this? There we go. That looks really confusing. Now let's try and draw this from the lane. There we go. So you can actually make proper lanes in this one though, which is so much nicer. Like that would have taken work in City Skylines 1 to get that done right. So there's our off-ramp this way. So now we need one this way. It's gonna have to go up elevations. Let's get our bridge up first. 30 feet? And then... oh, and I gotta make this go the other direction. Go, and then I want to give these guys an actual lane to turn. See, you can actually make exit lanes now, which is freaking great. Although you should probably do that first. Otherwise you get weird looking things like that. Yeah. I'll figure this out one day. There we go. And then... guessing... this is 2-lane, 2-way, both directions, right? So we would want that... something like that. That can come down like that. And this one... that. And then... well, you don't need to be that way. There we go. That looks really weird. I'm very confused. think I got a road backwards. So off ramp there. Oh, what the? That looks safe. That looks absolutely great. There's. You see it now. You're just driving down that road, you know. uh, or better yet. What is that? Like, what is that? Come on, man. That's what it should be doing. What is, huh? There we go. Why did that? Okay, sure. So, oh no, it's Dale Highway. That's funny. Alright, so you're coming this way. You're staying on this lane. This lane. I just don't like that you can U-turn here. Oh, because I've made it to where you can't get back on the highway because I'm a dummy. Fudge. Y'all let me do this. You know that, right? So we need to make this a 2-lane all the way through, huh? How am I gonna... That makes sense. Because now you need to be able to get back on, right? So we need to make one that loops around that way. I am awful at this. Like, absolutely dreadful. I'm assuming you'd want to do something like that. That's actually not terrible. And then we need to be able to... I need one that goes that way. Right. Something like that? I don't know what's happening here. I've got these... It's because we're in Europe, and so I've got the left hand... Oh, it's Newtman Highway. Yeah, that's awful. Yeah, I need to flip them. Well, how can I flip them, though? There's not... How to properly do intersection. Alpha does intersection. Extend the bridge and then... They land... There we go, yeah. Yeah, so this one needs to loop this way. Okay. I think I understand. Right. This is gonna be... So extend the bridge a little bit further. And then, no, that was incorrect. I did it. I used the wrong freaking tool. Take a drink. Get wrecked. It finally happened. need to go like so. It's a really steep corner, but too bad. And then we need to change this road to a 4. That. I'm gonna widen that out just a little bit. That still looks really freaking weird, but whatever. And then we need this one to loop up that way. Oh my god, what is this?
Stop it. Get some help.
Oh my god, that is awful. It's the interchange of death. I have an idea. This is highly offensive. It's the Helen Keller interchange. And I'm banned. Alright, let's run that just a little bit further in. And then we're going to put a roundabout here. And then switch it to our regular street. So where is our industry going to go? Up here? So we need to flatten out a place to put it. Heading for the coal, yeah, basically. Let's grab this right here. I figure what we'll do... How big is the coal building? It's probably really large. I was right. So we want one... like this direction to get this side, and then one to get the rest over there. So something like that. And the road goes this way, so we'll do something like that. And then we need to soften as best we can. At least we have a flat... Oh, autosave. And then grab that. And then run. Man, that is a steep hill. And that's with like the ramp tool to like grade that out. Holy crap. Good lord. We'll fix that in a minute. I want to get the road up here. Alright. So if we get one... maybe there. Can I turn off the overlay? Yeah. So if we get one there, and maybe one, will that dig into the terrain enough to make that work? There. Oh god. Alright. That's gonna look atrocious, isn't it? Probably, but hey. I wonder if when I build the pin, does it flatten that out? No, it just goes, so we've built a mine straight into a giant cliff. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Like, you're building into the terrain, like you're going into a mountain to dig out the coal. It's just gonna look weird. I don't know. I'll have to make it work. The only other option is to try to... But because the building is there, I can't soften that up. Unless I, like, remove the fence, maybe? Can I delete? Nope. Man, it's really not gonna let me... Yeah, I can't even finagle with that, so we're just gonna be stuck with that. City Skylines terrain strikes again. I'll turn off snapping so I can actually follow this hill until we get there. Okay. Now let's turn this back on and get our setup. This is like the worst designed mines in the world. Well, not really. I guess Moria would be better, considering they got killed by a freaking Balrog. Right. And then we'll mine up the mountain, or not. We'll mine up the mountain. Try that again. It's just gonna look like we've dug into it. Here we go. Maybe? I don't know. I feel like that is just really freaking ugly. But there's not much I can do unless I delete the building and flatten that out. Oh god. Alrighty then. That's one way to mine for coal. Oh, because there's no connections on the highway. Ah, damn it. There we go. I'm living like Germany. Dear God. Alright, can we fix this at all? So it doesn't look like I've... Hi, buddy. What you doing? So it doesn't look quite as drastic. That's better. Oh, there's no power either? Oh, because of the highway. Right. Fudge. And there's no way to run power lines under... Crap. Well, fudge. A windmill to power the coal mine? Yeah, right? They get their own dedicated windmill. I would have to build a transformer and then run a power line. Like, that's just not worth it. I don't have enough wind speed, unfortunately, Archangel. All the wind is over here. And up here. I'm gonna have to put a substation over here and run a power line. Well, it's not the worst thing. Eventually we'll be, once I can get proper interchanges, we can fix this. because I can run a bridge. Well, maybe, yeah, like over here, I'll build a bridge over, and I can put power through the road. But interstates don't run utilities, so... Look at this. Oh my god, this thing is so bad. So for now, we're gonna have to build a transformer. Wait, where's the big... Okay, yeah, like right there. And then... Oh, that's not gonna work. You... Cross over... Here... There, and then give this thing a little service. Ah, I did it again with the wrong road tool. Take a drink. Something like that. So now it's connected. There we go. Alright, so we've got our own coal coming in. That's good. We bought this area here for lumber. We still don't have enough people, though. We need to get another neighborhood going. Like, this area right here would be great, but it's on a frickin' slope. So, I could run, like, ridge housing. That's not a bad idea, actually. You know what? Let's try something. This will go horrible. So we're going to grab a spot, say, here. And drag this all the way to there. Safe. Ah, good. Good man. Good man. I knew I kept you around for a reason. And then make that a little bit bigger for our houses. Okay. And we'll come back through with a road. We want it kind of on the front of the overlapping items. Excuse me? What are we overlapping? What? What? Why is there a cairn in the middle of the woods? Excuse me? I could pay $500 to relocate it. Or do the sensible thing and just bulldoze it. Yeah, screw you. Goodbye. You are the weakest cairn. Goodbye. Alright, and then we're gonna run along the front of that slope we just made. Like so. Right, and now we can see how far we need to zone back behind, like flatten out back behind the road. If we're doing, it's just build a museum, yeah, right? A little bit further along here. I'm thinking, what, 3-tile house? Maybe? Maybe 3, or do 4. Let's do 4. Do some 4x4s, then we'll leave some gaps in between. Do 3 there. Okay. And then we'll come back through behind it with another road on another ridge. So we'll grab... let's go up a step, like maybe right here. Ooh, that's not gonna work. Hmm. My plan hath been thwarted. Unless we take this height. But then we're gonna have to go downhill here. Balls. That's right. We'll get those houses in first. This is still flat here, so we can just build a neighborhood. Question is, are you gonna jack up my grid if I build you? Oh, thank God. Alright. And do we go all the way? That's what she said. Is that gonna mess up that grid? Yep. I knew it. I knew it would. This game annoys me sometimes. It doesn't even warn you that it's gonna break that grid either. It just does it. And we lost a square too. Lovely. There. That'll work. Yeah, I'm still losing money. That's why I'm trying to get this residential in here. Thinking we just run a couple roads across. What is this hump right here? What is this? Get out of here. Trying to get as much housing in here as I can. All right, man, take it easy. Have a good one tomorrow, dude. Hopefully it goes well for you, man. Appreciate you hanging out, dude. Right? Welcome in, Bo. Hope you're doing well. Health cops and fire. The one that kills you is the freaking healthcare clinic. Like, I could understand like the big hospital costing so much, but the freaking basic healthcare clinic is like ridiculously overpriced. 85,000 a month for the small medical clinic. That's craziness. I totally did not do what I wanted it to do. Oh well. I guess we'll just go ahead and zone this. I was wanting some space in between the houses, but no luck. Yeah, the problem I had was I built too much junk and not enough people, so we went into the hole money-wise, which is actually the first time in any of the cities I've made that I've actually gone negative. Yeah, and with the latest hotfix, I think they increased the ranges on most of the service buildings too, which is good. But still, it's like you got to get out of that mindset from City Skylines 1 where you built that stuff as soon as it was available. You don't want to do that in 2 unless you're rapidly filling in your population. Otherwise, you'll deficit yourself, which is what I did. And don't look at this intersection; it's really bad. This is also bad. I've got to go back and fix that. That just looks awful. But we needed coal ASAP because we were importing so much of it for our coal plant. So this little area turned out really cool. Oh, we just changed seasons, didn't we? Yeah, we're in the fall. I was like, why did the colors change? That'd be why. Oh man. Do we just keep zoning? I guess we can go up. The problem is we got a slope here. Yeah, yeah, we do need to get that in. Unfortunately. with how long it takes the education system to go. The problem is I just don't have the population for it. I've desperately got to get this zoned, but the terrain is killing me. Like, I'm tempted just to flatten the whole thing and be done with it. I was trying to get some more zoning in here, but we started running into some of the hills. I need to get the logging industry set up too, but I don't have the population to man it. I think this is flat until we get to that road, so we can almost... Oh god, what map is this one? I don't even remember what this one's called. I can't remember. Does it tell me? Great Highlands, there you go. I've played just about all of them. In some capacity. Yeah, the rivers are cool. The issue, I mean, I don't know how much you play the game. It seems like you play a decent amount. The issue is the terrain. Like, there is no flat land anywhere at all. The flat land I have here, I made because it's like a valley in between the two mountains. So I figured I'd flatten this out all right in here and then, you know, kind of go up into the hills. But naturally, there is no flat land anywhere, except maybe like right here. So you're stuck trying to build, like, if you were not wanting to level stuff, it's a nightmare. It really is. So my plan is to make, like, ridged housing up here going up this hill to the farms. But it's going to take some work because this road and this road are not the same elevation. So I've got to do some things there. So I was trying to fill in down here. I think we can get one more, like, straight street like this. And then fix these grids. I don't want zoning on this road. So I don't know if you know the trick. Taking a break. Yeah, a lot of people are doing that, especially with the announcement that there's not going to be any more updates for a while. But the trick to move your zoning grid, so like right now, this is zoning off of this street. I want it to zone here. So if you build a pedestrian path like this, it'll move the grid over. So now we're zoned here. And depending on where you want your grid to go, you can use your pedestrian paths to kind of force it where you want it to go, which is kind of cool. It's also kind of annoying that you have to manipulate your grids like this. So, like, by doing that, now I've got grids on the two streets I want. I'm trying to think how many hours I'm sitting at. I'm probably around 50 or 60 at this point, so I'm pretty close to where you are. Do whatever they want. Yeah, right? I mean, I was hoping for a few more economy fixes before, you know, but we really didn't get any. There's still the rail yard bug, and as far as I know, the import-export stuff still isn't completely fixed, as well, and some of that stuff I was hoping would get fixed, sooner rather than later, but it doesn't look like we're going to get it. Let's just go ahead and zone all of this. Oh, that's going up a hill. Let's stop right there. Yeah, the issue was, like, the game, supposedly, the game was simulating the goods going to the businesses, but it wasn't rendering them. Like, you know how in City Skylines 1, if you built a huge industry area, you would have so much traffic because all the vehicles were delivering goods? That wasn't happening in this game, but supposedly it was happening behind the scenes, which was confusing a lot of people. Because if you're looking at it, nothing is going to your businesses. But they said it was happening, and they've patched it, supposedly, to now where your, like, shipyard will actually send out goods to the place. I haven't gotten one built in this city yet to test it, but the other problem that was happening is, like, you would produce, let's say, chairs, and you would be making thousands of chairs, and then you would have businesses that were selling chairs, but they wouldn't use the chairs you were making. Instead, your city would then turn around and import all of the chairs. So then you just had this stockpile of chairs. So I don't know if they've patched that stuff yet either, but the production chains are all kinds of out of whack. And then the fact that you can't designate what industry building type is being built is my biggest problem. Especially when you have this complex production chains. Look at this. So I mean, you've got your basic materials, then you have all that. That's all production chains for material goods. Then you have a whole other list of immaterial goods. All these production chains. But if I zone an industrial building, it's a crapshoot. It's a random draw which one of these I'm gonna get, which makes no sense. So like I'm importing 50 tons of convenience food, and if I wanted to make my own with my surplus food or farms, the only way I could do it is to keep zoning and bulldozing industrial buildings until the right one pops up. That is broken as hell. And it's incredibly frustrating. Incredibly frustrating when there's that much complexity to your production chains to not have any control over them. Or like if you wanted to build a city, let's say, because not every city does everything. So like if you wanted to build a city that focuses on, I don't know, oil, and so you wanted to build a bunch of oil industries, well, good luck. You just gotta hope the game lets you build them. It's really annoying. And then it causes you to pay outrageous amounts of money to import crap that you don't really need or want. It's just frustrating. And I know eventually it'll get fixed. The problem is, you know, you paid 60, 70 bucks for a game. You want it to work. Alright, Archangel, have a good one, man. Appreciate you stopping by, dude. It was good to see you. Just go ahead and finish zoning this in. And then delete these paths here. I guess the other question is, do we zone off of this street here, off of Hickory, and have it backed up to the row housing? Suppose we probably should. We have such a high demand for stuff right now, which is good, but I'm way behind on my population. I'm only at 1,500 people. I still love this area, though. I keep bragging about it, but it looks so cool. Minus the texture flickering. Like the way all these houses and stuff are tucked in here. I love it. Oh, man. I know the next thing we needed was to build our stone mining, because we were having to import so much of that for construction, but that's going to involve weird terrain crap on the mountain. Yeah, see, they're already complaining about lack of labor. I need to get some... Did we unlock the actual apartment buildings? Yeah, we need more apartments. But we're running out of room. Ugh. I'm kind of at a weird spot where I gotta think like how I want to do this. We're desperately behind in population. Like, I know that. We need to buy these tiles here so I can keep flattening out. The problem is this is way up on a hill, so if I flatten any further, we're gonna get some weird terrain stuff when I run into this intersection. I could probably get away with one tile more, maybe. If I do two and flatten it out, it's gonna be a cliff right there. Which I suppose we could make it work and build some kind of crazy thing. I don't know. I feel like we need to expand this way, though, for our residential. What's up, Jay Blue? How you doing, man? It's good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. What's wrong with the cliff? Yeah. Nothing really, except they made it really, really ridiculously hard to build the retaining walls properly. At least this is free. Oh god, 200. 200's good. Yeah, so we're gonna have a really big cliff up there. Yeah, look at that. But we can start working towards our downtown area, maybe. Let's just go ahead and run that road straight in. I don't really want to just, like I said, I don't want to just keep doing, like, grids. Like, even though this is kind of a grid, we've broken it up enough that it doesn't look like grids. I don't want to just do cookie-cutter grid stuff. So what's a good way to break this up? I know we were going to run an alley through here. I don't know if... Is that even going to fit? But, yeah, right? Yeah, it's not going to fit. Damn. So close. My plan. I guess I could move the parking lot over one. There we go. And now we can... That's not the right road. This is what I wanted. Come in with this alley behind these apartments here. There we go. And then we can kind of zone in some more stuff back behind there if we need to. We need more commercial. Like I said, my idea was to flatten out the area in here because it makes the most sense. You know, with the two valleys coming down to have this kind of flat and then up into the hills. So we're gonna keep the stuff on the sides. And I guess right here, because I'm not going to break that interchange. But I guess we'll go up into the cliffs here somehow, or some way. We'll make it work. Let's get another... Let's just keep the road going straight. Where's my line? There it is. So I'm ending up getting something that's going to look like a grid, but it's not really, because I'm gonna try to break this up. How do we want to do this? We also need a college. But we don't have any money. I gotta fix the money thing first. We need people. Where's our deficits coming from right now? It's still services. Oh, we're back to positive in garbage management. That's good. Everything else is in the pits. God. I figured importing the coal would help. Or making our own coal. Those two facilities... Yeah, I know, right? Well, you're not wrong. But everything I've read and seen is that you want to get the education chain started as early as possible because how long it takes them to go through it now? I mean, maybe that's wrong, but that's just what I had seen. Like, especially with the... I don't know if it's still a bug with the high school, but, like, I only have 56 people in high school out of 1,600. And, like, my other city that I'm playing just, like, offline on my own... I think I'm up to like 15,000 or something like that, and I still only have like 300 people at the high school. There's this weird gap, like you'll have, my elementary school is capped, my university is almost capped, and then the high school is empty. I don't understand it. Yeah, it takes a long, yeah, and so I guess that was the thinking on getting them into the system as early as possible, because it takes so long. But at the same time, that's another expense I don't know if we can afford right now. I really just need to get this higher density stuff in here. I mean, we could almost just make a row of apartments here. I mean, that might be kind of strange. At least the European ones aren't as big. But if we did like an apartment row, and then an alley that just runs behind it, and then we can make like... We can connect everything with some paths or something? And then have, like, shops and stuff behind it? That could work. So the question is, do we keep going every 2 apartment buildings in a parking lot? Because they need it to then go... I mean, that's the question, though, J Blue, a lot of people were having, is that if you can build the college and people just go right into the college, do you need the high school? Right now, no. Because people that are moving in are adults. Like, you're not going to have a family of teens moving in going to high school. So, what it is the game is cycling through it's waiting for families to have kids, for those kids to go to elementary school, and then to high school. Well, that takes a long-ass time in this game. So at like the first, however, like Bo was saying, like 5 in-game years, and he's you're still cycling through generations. So it takes a while for the high school to get used, which is weird because it's just sitting there, almost empty. But I guess it's still required because eventually you'll need that stepping stone to go from elementary to the higher education system. But at the beginning, you don't because people that are moving in are already adults. And you're not going to have a bunch of adults going to high school. I guess what they should make is like like almost like a community school or like a trade school or something where you would get your GED, and then adults that are coming into your town that are uneducated can go there to get the high school equivalent and then go to university. Maybe that's something that they should add or get a mod for. That would make a bit more sense because obviously, like I said, you're not going to have 30 or 40-year-old people going to high school. Maybe that would be an idea. All right, let's start spreading these out. Maybe we'll do 3 at a time before a parking lot. 2. Mm-hmm. 5. Ah. And then... Shoot. I did that wrong because I want to... Sorry, fellas. Just kidding. I want to have a pedestrian path. There. Yeah, the privates. Which, I mean... Is that what these are? Like your technical university and I mean, they're not quite the same, but I guess that's what that's supposed to be. And then obviously you have like these crazy things up here, but maybe that's what that's the, but I agree with you having the like tertiary. Okay. I've never actually built them in any of my cities. So yeah, I agree with you then. I wish they did have that like kind of mid-tier, side-tier option for education. Alright, we're just gonna go ahead and run this alley all the way down. And then we're gonna go zone. Oh, I hope that I might not have needed. It's gonna zone this on the wrong side, isn't it? I didn't think that through. We were doing 4x4s, right? I suppose we could do 4x5s because we have that extra space. I wonder how much bigger the building is going to be. Office, right. Right. I want to see how tall this building is compared to these because I don't want a huge skyline right here. Even though the game's called City Skylines. Okay. We do have a little bit of office demand. I know we had some down here. We could put one right here in the corner. Maybe something like that. And again, with the commercial demand. Starting to get somewhere. It's just, I guess I'm just so used to City Skylines 1 where once you build some of these industries, you instantly started seeing a profit because you would just start exporting. And it doesn't work that way in this one. But I think we can like come back through here with like the alleys and make like some like shopping zones or something. That'd be kind of neat. I just don't want to crowd it too much because there's not going to be any parking. That's the other problem. How many people are in here? 28, roughly? 22, 27, 27, 26. But I've never really made it, like, at the largest city I have, I think, is like 17,000 people. I haven't made it too terribly far. I know there's people that are, you know, in the hundreds of thousands. Apparently the game just like implodes when you get up to like 100,000 people. Yeah, I know. I'm just meticulous. Like, I don't know what it is about the way I build stuff. Like, I know some people are just like, you know, they see like this whole area here and they're like, all right, we're zoning that. You know, I'm not like that way. The performance, the simulation and everything grinds to a standstill. A lot of people are complaining. Yeah, your frames per second just plummet. I know that there's a few ways to fix it. One of them is you go into the dev tools with developer mode active and basically have the game not render the people. And that helps a lot because they decided to individually model and render all of your Sims for some reason, including giving them teeth. I don't know why, but a lot of your performance is tied up in those. I haven't had the same traffic issues. I do run into some traffic jams though if you're not careful. It's not quite as bad as City Skylines 1, but I think a lot of that's because, like I said earlier, it's not rendering a lot of the goods that are moving between businesses. The biggest issue I have with traffic is there'll be a traffic accident, and the emergency vehicles, for some reason, are obeying traffic laws and won't go around or through. They'll just sit there in traffic until everybody's dead. That's a big complaint that I'm seeing right now, too. Yeah. So, they've got some work to do, and unfortunately, it's going to be a while before we get another update. I don't know how long. Probably a month, maybe. The really sucky part is they said they're 2 to 3 months away from basic mod support. We're talking like map editor stuff. That's disheartening. Because I know a lot of the community was counting on mods to fix this mess. And it's going to be a while before we get them. Alright, so that's the 4x5. And that's actually not terrible. I don't want to go much larger than that. So we can probably get those in here. What about... Is that the same... Ooh, this actually works better. Okay. So let's do... one more... Oh, almost really messed that up. So we do a 5x4, 2, 3, 4. Then we'll put this parking lot in here. And then we'll do this again. And then we'll want another pedestrian street to go to the alley that we're making. Yeah, there we go. I don't know, this might look terrible eventually, but let's try something new, you know? There we go. That'll at least get our population going up, and they're going to want commercial, which I'm going to zone kind of behind here. And maybe that'll get some people into the parking lot for the stadium. This isn't really functional, because nobody, like... That was the other thing, like City Skylines 1, when you had a place like this, there would be people in it. Or like the basketball court and stuff, you'd see people there, and in this game it's just empty. Like, I'd love it if you could, like, there would be events at the stadium, like, I guess in this game's time scale, like, once a month, to simulate football season, or track, or soccer. And once a month you would have events here, and people would come, kind of how you could do the sporting events at the university, the colleges in City Skylines 1. Like, you would have the basketball team or whatever. Like, where's that? And then you would actually get more use out of the parking lot, you'd generate some income, like... All that stuff is just missing. And I know it's probably going to come in DLC, but it's just really frustrating. Just had a pack of dogs? Nice. Well, the best dog glitch was the one where the dogs wouldn't despawn when the Sims died. So you'd have like hundreds of thousands of dogs piled up at the cemetery, which is so sad. You just have this pile of dogs at the cemetery where their owners died, and they wouldn't despawn. I'm thinking we can connect... something like that. And then we can start getting some commercial back in here for these guys. Oh, we do have mixed housing. Would that... I wonder if that would work in here. I wonder how tall the European mixed housing is. Let's try one. Let's do a 4x4. Because that'll help with our commercial and our density. Jack up the parking fee, you're gonna pay me. Oh, we're making money. Look at that. It flipped. So what kicked in? What did we just make a crap ton of money on? There's no way to know. Service fees. We just made $400,000 off of garbage? Excuse me? Sure enough. All we have is the incinerator. We only have 23 tons of stored... How does that translate to over $250,000? This, like, the economy in this game makes no sense. And now we're negative again. Just like that, we're negative. I don't know. I don't know, man. Anybody can explain that to me? Because I have no idea. I got nothing. I guess let's go ahead and zone back in here. Let's do 4. And we can at least run trees back behind here. Go. I've been planting pines on this map. A lot of my maps I do the spruce because they look really cool. But decided to do pine trees on this one. See what it looks like. I need to delete that. Y'all was just gonna let me leave that in there. These look really cool once they grow up. It just sucks that you gotta wait for it to happen. A few more in there. Get in there. Have to go in there manually. Place some frickin' pine trees. There we go. That's better. And it looks cool. Oh, we're starting to grow at least. Sort of. My puny city of 1,700 people. $10 per pie. Yeah, right? Come on, build. It didn't even touch our demand, though. Wonder why. There it goes, okay. God, it's just right back up. We have so much commercial demand right now. And office demand. Which, am I right in assuming that you want to get the office in, like, as much as you can because of its specialized nature with the products it produces? Or is that not true? Internet. Oh god, they want internet. Alright. We probably should build that. What's a good spot for it? Doesn't have any kind of pollution or anything, so probably over here. How do I get that chart back? It's not going to really do much for our city, though. Needs to be over here somewhere. So we could tuck it in off the road right here. Put it right next to the, whatever that is, the police station. There you go. My citizens have internet. Yeah, that was a -2 on our happiness meter. Alright. Oh, shut up about the healthcare. It's because I've got it turned all the way down because we were losing so much money. Oh, look at that! It made an actual corner building. How cool is that? Sometimes this game does stuff that's like really neat, like that. It actually made an L building. That's pretty cool. Now, if I could get it to zone a matching piece on the side, that would be even better, wouldn't it? That's pretty nifty. And we're starting to get some people over here in this parking lot now, because we're getting some density here. That's good, that's money for me. I'm gonna become a millionaire one parking space at a time. When was it that show? It was like Parking Lot Wars or something that they did? God, that interchange is so bad. Alright. We also need to get a second industry area. How about rent? Yeah, parking wars in Philly, that's right. That's right. I gotta be careful with zoning industry here because we have a water reservoir here. And I don't want to pollute it. I mean, screw it. Let's just go ahead and zone. Oh, I was leaving some gaps in between to make it look a little bit better. Different size lots there. Tickets and towing. Right. That's right. All that, like, fake reality TV stuff. They'd always get the guy that's, like, yelling at him. Hey, what you doing in my car? They'd be out there putting the boot on, right? The big yellow thing. And some chick comes running out yelling at him. Yeah, great television. Yeah, good stuff. I really want to put trees here, but am I gonna have to do it individually? I really don't want to. No, it'll get some of them in there. Oh, it's working. Yes. You can do it. Trash TV, exactly. Well, some of this stuff is leveling. Oh, sleepies. Food? Huh? I guess is this like a hotel or a bed and breakfast? Oh yeah, it's like a little hotel. Neat. Oh, there's a bunch of dogs. That's cool. I can't wait for this game to get proper Rico mods, though, where you can manually place the type of buildings you want. Oh, that's so awesome and so daunting in City of Skylines 1 at the same time, because you could literally go through and handpick what kind of businesses went where and completely, like, customize the look of your city. It was so awesome. Like, I love just being able to put down, like, a Wendy's and, like, a Cracker Barrel, like, just stuff like that. It made the game feel so much more alive. I hope we get that kind of stuff in this game. And like the real companies mod or whatever, like so all your post office stuff was FedEx and UPS. Like that kind of stuff was really cool. It was like small mods like that that just made the game feel a lot better. Oh, we didn't get matching bill. Oh, good God, those are... I guess that's close enough. And we're increasing population at a pretty good rate right now, though, which is what we want. That was our biggest problem. I have a feeling that parking lot's not big enough. Based on the amount of people, this parking lot has 60 vehicles, 30 households. If you think a car per household, that's half the parking lot. There's the rest of it. We're gonna need a bigger parking lot. I suppose we could put one behind here and then run a pedestrian path or something. I don't know. I don't know. What do we unlock? Oh, sound barriers. Yeah. Which we don't need. The next time we level up, we're buying intersections and I'm fixing whatever monstrosity I made here. It's awful. Just don't look at it. Do we have enough jobs finally? I think we might, because my plan was to start our logging industry up here. And to finish our farms. Speaking of which, we're surplus on those. Can we do vegetables yet? We can. However, we don't have any more fertile land. It's over here. And over here. Fantastic. So again, I need my intersections to get that. So we're kind of stuck with that. I only have the one farm, too, for livestock, and we have a surplus. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, that's really frustrating, too. Especially, like, when the add-ons are as big as, like, the high school stadium. Like, why you can't delete that by itself or move it is frustrating. I'm surprised they didn't fix that right away. Maybe it's more complicated than I'm thinking, but... Yeah, right? It's kind of like... when I build a building, I immediately try to put down the upgrade for it. And then build around it. But the problem is some of those upgrades are so expensive and eat into your cost per month so high. You gotta be careful doing it. And like you said, if you put it in the wrong spot, you can't move it. You have to delete everything. Then you've lost, however, all that money again. Ambulance. Yeah, I know. I know. I still want to know where that random, like, $250,000 surplus from trash came from. Yeah, that's true. It just takes longer to get to the point where you're making money in this game. It's not as easy to figure out as it was in City Skylines 1. Especially with the way City Skylines 1 handled industries. You could see your export stuff a lot more clearly than you can in this game. Like, we're still steady, just losing money. I need to get those other industries set up, but... yeah. Let's go ahead and try and do some of it while I'm thinking about it. God, my eyeballs. And I don't know, maybe you know if it, is it better to have one building with a large catchment area or multiple smaller buildings? I've yet to find an answer to that. Maybe people haven't quite done the math on it yet. Alright, so at least we got our lumber going now. That'll help. I don't think we'll see that right away, but... Oh, we still have a deficit, 2.9. 90%. We'll get better. Probably go ahead and get one more down. Why did I click on roads? That was really stupid. They employ more. Okay. So you're better off building one and filling the area. Okay. I just hate that the area is a circle. Why is that one of one? One of one, and then this one holds 14. I'm so confused. Right, okay. Why does this one only get one employee? I mean, that's just as big as this one, is it not? Oh. Make it bigger then. And then it jumped up to 25. What in the world? And then now that one's up to 20. Okay. I guess it just takes time to adjust itself. Alright, that should take care of our logs for a while. We should have a surplus on that now. Yep. Holy... I think I overdid it. We have a friggin' 200-ton surplus of lumber. Fantastic. Now, it'd be great if I could come in here and zone some industry buildings right here that use lumber, but oh, God forbid it's gonna make metal roofing or something if I zone it. I know it will. I don't feel like playing the delete game right now, so I'm not gonna bother. I can't do vegetables. The only thing we can do is stone, but it's gonna involve me trying to terraform up here, putting it up there. Meanwhile, we're just mining into a cliff. That's our coal mine for our power plant. Which, how are we on power anyways? Oh, we're still exporting a little bit. The more trash we get, the more we can sell from it as well. Oh, autosave, sorry. I think I'm gonna keep zoning these mixed buildings back here. And put a parking lot with a space so I can put an alley or something, or a path there if I need to. Alright. Oh, now we're back positive again, albeit very small. Service fees. Yeah, so I just made a huge chunk of money in garbage again. Are they like... Is someone coming and picking up my garbage every quarter or something and I'm making a profit on? Like... You need to be able to break this down and see exactly where your money's coming from. Because I'm randomly... Like, now it's negative 100,000. Like, we just made a $300,000 profit off garbage for, like, 10 seconds. What is that? And then it goes away. And now we're back to losing 6,000 an hour. So hard to figure out. The intersection is so bad. Alright. Well... We're just shy of 2,000 people. So, that's good. Getting better. We have this whole area to zone in with stuff as well. But I think that's probably going to be a good stopping spot for us, though, for tonight. I think Smith River Stream City. Make sure that saves. So yeah. See if this button still. I think it does. Yeah. So that's a good stopping spot for us, I think. About 2.5 hours or so of work. Good deal. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Bro Farley is good talking to you. Appreciate you stopping by. If anybody's interested, I've got a YouTube series going as well with a separate city that we're working on slowly. And hey, thank you for that follow, man. I appreciate it. Get some Chris Farley in here at the tail end, man. I appreciate that. And I'll get the replay of I put the replay of this up on YouTube, and I stream every Friday night right now. And like I said, I've got a separate city that I post to YouTube as well. If you're interested, if not, it's cool. Just some thing to think about. I used to stream full time, and then I didn't, and now I'm slowly easing back into it. So I'm trying to get some content out there, right? But I appreciate you stopping by, man. Have a great weekend, and hopefully I'll catch you next Friday, and take their ideas. Yeah, well, you probably won't see any from mine. I'm not the best. Riverbend is struggling. So that's the name of the other city that I've got going on. Oddly enough, the city that I play like offline in my spare time is the one that's doing the best. But the one like this one and my YouTube city are kind of struggling. Although we're digging ourselves out of a hole here. We're getting better. We're getting better. But yeah, I appreciate you stopping by. Look forward to hanging out again in the future. So yeah, with that being said, I think I'm gonna pop off and go chillax. But I will catch you all later. Hope you have a great weekend and a good rest of the night. Yeah, peace.